So I've been wanting to get this idea or this concept out to you guys for the longest time, but the words have always escaped me on how do I actually express this. And this can actually work through anything in life, whether it's professional or just kind of being outgoing or just trying to tackle something new. I found that this technique just works through anything. It's always basically a state of mind. Okay, so the title of the video is, how to book by not doing this. And what I've got to share like a bit of a story with you first. First, when I started my voiceover career, like 15 years ago, I had it set on my mind that I wanted to sound a certain way, that I wanted to come across a certain way. This is how I wanted to present myself. Fast forward a couple years after that, when I got an agent, started getting little bookings. I got this audition for McDonald's, all right? Now, here I am, still relatively new to doing voiceovers. So I do my first voiceover read as far as like, you know what? I'm gonna do like a little affectation, I'm gonna impress myself. I'm gonna wow them with my voiceover delivery. So I was like, stop by McDonald's and blah, 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 blah. All right. And then after that, it kind of hit me. I was just like, man, you know what? They're probably not gonna pick me. I'm just gonna voice or whatever. So I was just like, stop by McDonald's and blah, blah, blah. What do you know? A week later, I get the call. Hey, Lonane, congratulations. You booked McDonald's. I was like, wait, what? Like, this is not supposed to happen until like further on into my career. So I get into the recording studio session with them. And before we started, I was like, hey guys, just kind of like a sense of reference in my audition. I kind of gave you two different reads. Which one did you choose? Now, remember, the first one was my affectation read. And my second one was like, I really don't give a shit read. And they were like, oh yeah, we like your number 2 read. And I was like, oh, okay, well, wow. So that happened, and I kind of like let that idea just kind of slip by, like I kept on doing my I want to sound like this, I want to do like this, I had in my mind what I want to sound like and what I want to be perceived as. And bookings were here and there. And then later on, like fast forward until maybe a year ago, I really started adopting this idea. Like every now and then I would do these hey, I really don't give a care. And I would get these calls. Hey, Lonane, congratulations, you got the booking. I'm like, wait a second, something is happening here. And I really couldn't, unfortunately, I really wasn't grasping it at the moment. So, okay, like I said, fast forward to now, I've started to adopt this sense of not really trying, not really caring, but I very much do. Like, let's not get it twisted, right? Like, I've been working hard at my craft all this time, right? But like any of us, we're all human. Whenever we come across something that kind of piques our interest, gets our excitement, we kind of fall out of ourselves. We kind of want to kind of put on a show for people, and that's not why they actually called you. That's not why they picked you. That's not what they see in you. They want to see, or they want to hear you. And a lot of times these don't try, or I'm just not going to give a shit. I'm not trying to say that that's not you. You don't give a shit, but Google's going to strike me for this. But it's not to say that you shouldn't try, but you should just basically rely on yourself. Like understand that you are enough, and you don't have to add a little bit of extra you into anything. Just you showing up to the party is more enough, and no one else is going to be you or ever come close to being like you. So let me give you another example of how I've intertwined this into my life overall. I did the same thing with acting. Whenever I got on stage or in front of camera, I would do the same thing. I would be like, I want to be perceived as this. And then when I would look back at it, I would be like, man, that's just so forced. Just seeing my results on stage or on camera, I'm like, no. And eventually you're just kind of like, oh, what the hell, let me just be. Like, I'm not gonna even think. I'm just gonna turn my mind off and let all my training and let my instincts takes over. And that's when the growth starts happening in that moment. So I guess essentially, like, stop thinking. I don't know. Within going back to voiceovers, they will tell you the same thing. Don't be a head reader, right? Like, kind of like do things from the heart. React to everything from the heart. Go with your instincts. And that's essentially it. It's all about however you kind of perceive or kind of like translated that into your own thing. It's all about essentially just being yourself. One more example before I go. A lot of times whether it's acting, voice acting, or just trying to take on anything that you're really not used to, I would come across these auditions that were clearly not in my league, right? And I'll be like, well, you know, for shits and giggles, I'm gonna audition. Not. It was in my mind that I was not gonna get this. Why would they call me? You see where I'm getting, right? Why would they call me? Why would they pick me? So I just go in there and I'm just like, hey, yeah, here and now and then, you should probably buy this product. Why? Well, because if you don't, you're a fool. And that's it. Look, cut it, edit, send it off. And next thing you know, hey, congratulations, you won the gig. What? So, I hope I explained it in a good way, essentially. Let's review. Be yourself. Don't try to affectate yourself in any kind of way. Like, you are enough. So just kind of bring yourself out there. Let your creative instincts, let all your self-training that you've put yourself through just work for you. Turn off your mind and let those instincts just take over. You know, it's kind of fun, you know, because us trying to kind of like put on this show, we kind of like put ourselves in a box every single time. But kind of opening that box up, letting the walls drop and just being ourselves, we discover new parts of ourselves. So it was just like, wow, like I didn't know I had that. I really like that. And most of all, I felt like I wasn't straining. I wasn't like trying. I felt like I was just being. Let me tell you something. The easiest thing in the world is to just be, right? And especially when you're successful at just being, there's no other feeling like it. So you kind of start to like wonder, like I should probably be practicing at just being myself. And that's what it all comes to, right? Just being yourself. Work, relationships, hobbies, projects, whatever it is, whatever you want in your life, whatever you're trying to accomplish, man, just be yourself. So, in short, I'm gonna keep auditioning. I'm gonna keep booking, not giving a shit. I mean, if you're an agent, like I really do give a shit, but you know, like I'm just gonna give you me. All right, guys, that's it. If you find this video helpful, go ahead, leave a like, share it, all that good stuff. Until next time, guys, learn, do, and share. See you later.